And it's the Magic Hat Show. And it's the Magic Hat Show. I'm always so out of tune with that tune. I'm telling you, that introduction, that tune reminds me of the Brocky, Det, the 5-0 and Moose days, jungle days, because I can hear Det on our track. And listen, doom, doom, my goodness gracious me. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time of day it is, it's the Magic Hat Show.
On this solemn occasion.
Listen. Listen, no matter what day it is, no matter what occasion, it's the Magic Hat Show. And we bring the vibe, we bring the energy. Episode 13,
we bring
three
the
guys. One club, no drama. We have Lord Vader. Gabs, and he's going to be doing a lot of that today. We have Count Dooku, otherwise known as Jamal. And then you have the General Grievous with amalgamated with Darth Maul. It's me, Lee. Yes. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Once again, thank you to all our new subscribers. Please continue to share, like, and tell everyone else about the Magic Hat Show. You know, it's the hottest show in town. You all know it is. And for all those who want to get in touch and join us on the two platforms, that's Instagram and Twitter, you can do so by joining the Magic Hat Show.
Spread the word around the world.
And
Phileas Fogg.
Yes.
80 days around the world to
find a pot of gold. round, all around the world. All right, that's enough of that. My goodness, I'm showing my age now.
80s cartoons.
Exactly, I'm showing my age. Forget it, scrap that. Okay. And a tico,
good memory.
Mascat.
When cartoons were cartoons.
Exactly, the mysterious cities of gold. Ulysses.
Oh, Ulysses. I loved Ulysses.
My goodness. Thundercats. Oh, my goodness. We need to get this show started. Absolutely. So what are we going to discuss on the show today? We're going to discuss the Molde game. Moldova. Okay, and then we're going to discuss Wolves when they paid us a visit last night. Sunday's game. Then for the Wolves game, we're going to go through the players, assess the players and the manager. And then what we're going to do, we're going to go into the player ratings.
What we're going to do right here is go back, way back.
Not this week,
we're not going back this week.
We're not going back down memory lane. No. We're going to do who played for the badge and who goes in the bin, the opposite. And then the second segment. We didn't do this last week, so we're going to shoehorn this in. And what we're going to do, we're going to talk about racism within football. And then we're going to touch on the FA chairman, Greg Clark's comments in the parliamentary committee. And then what we're going to do, we're going to touch on the man who apologised to Ian Wright for abusing him at a Barnsley game in 1995. And then we're going to go on to Rio Ferdinand's younger brother, Anton, as he has a documentary on the BBC. And then what we're going to do and touch on is too much football causing injuries? And was Jurgen Klopp and Chris Wilder right?
Is Jurgen Klopp, because they're got opposing views, the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One saying he's wants more or less football, and the other one saying, well, that only favours the clubs. So we'll have a discussion about that.
We'll discuss that, because I think that's an interesting topic to touch on. And then what we're going to do, we're going to just touch on an incident that happened for Jimenez and David Luiz, but more with David Luiz because he stayed on the field of play with concussion. So what we want to ask you is, was it right to keep David Luiz on the field of play and risk concussion? And then what we're going to do, we're going to go way back, and we're going to talk about a legend who recently passed away. He's the number 10 of Argentina, And he's a World Cup
Diego.
legend, and he's up there in, the greatest ever footballer talk.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about the one, the only, Diego Maradona.
Maradona.
And then what we're going to do, we're going to touch on Rapid Vienna, who we have on Thursday, and then we're going to the scum. Shite Hart Lane. We are going to face Maureen's boys.
Mourinho's boys, yeah.
Dum, dum, dum. So now we go all the way back to last Thursday. And what did we make? So, Lord Vader, I'd like to ask you, what did you make of the Mulder game?
I thought the Mulder game was much of the same as we've been in the Europa League.
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of flattered to impress in the Europa League.
Yeah.
All the plaudits and everybody's shouting Joe Willock based on his performances in the Europa League. Everybody's shouting Joe Willock should be starting, deserves a chance. And, in the last few weeks when we've had this show, I've vehemently disagreed, saying the Europa League and the Premier League are two different levels, and anybody who can't see that must be blind. But having said that, he played well.
Yeah, he did.
The team played well.
Mm-hmm.
Pepe had a point to prove. I thought he played well, but again, still for me, he's just not, even in the Europa League, he's just not good enough.
He's not cutting it.
He's just not good enough at Europa League level. Yes, he scores goals, which everybody talks about.
Yeah.
But there's more to scoring goals in the modern age.
So, can I just ask you, did you rate the opposition?
I thought they played pretty well. I thought they gave us a difficult game, but
we are supposed to dispose of
exactly.
that type of
if we'd have come out of there, if we'd have come out of there with a loss, I'd have had some really, serious concerns.
Which is true.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to you, Jamal.
Yep.
The opposition in the Europa League.
Yes.
How would you rate them? I'm talking Rapid Vienna.
They're a good.
I'm talking Mulder, Rapid Vienna.
Yeah.
And
we
the other.
lost in the past.
Dundalk, sorry.
In the past, we lost a worse opposition. So let's not look at this team and say they're not on our level. They're not good. It's just that knowing Arsenal, they can and do lose to teams that they should beat, right? And this is what the crux of our problem is that do we consistently produce the performances to turn up and produce 7, 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
And even when you don't play well, win those kind of games. That's what good teams do, right? So I thought the system that we played actually suits us more than what we used in the past. So that 3-5-2 or call it 5-3-2 doesn't really get the best out of these players. So I thought when I saw the 4-4-2, I said wingers on each side, two up front. Let's go.
Old school.
Yeah.
Old school 4-4-2.
Immediately, even in a tight half where both teams were going back and forth, right? We created chances. So I was feeling much more comfortable watching this team and looking at them and saying, actually, you know what? We can score goals, right? So Pepe was taking on his man. I think who was on the other side? I think it was Nelson, right?
Yeah, Reece Nelson.
Nelson looked like a proper winger, right? There were movement from the midfield, right? And people haven't taking shots, right? Right, immediately into the second half, Pepe cut inside, bam, cracked the bar, right? We haven't seen that, right?
But as Gabes was saying, sorry to cut you, but as Gabes was saying, are we flattering to deceive in these games? So of
course, because the opposition
we won the game, we look good, That's why I have to ask, how highly do you rate the opposition in the Europa League?
It's not a top class of the sort of teams that we play in the Premier League. Is a class above.
Right. Okay.
Right. So you could look at it, but I always say is look at the performances, right? Because that's what you build on. And I think that formation with 4-4-2, trying to be positive, playing wingers, will get more out of that team rather than play this 5 at the back, 3-4-3 or 5, all these very negative formations where we don't get out of our half.
Right.
So that's the aspect of the game that I really saw. I saw movements. What's his name? Emil Smith-Rowe. I really liked him. The young kid that came on, the striker, he looked really good, right? He just came first touch goal, right?
What formation were we playing?
4-4-2.
4-4-2. Were we playing 4-4-2? Who was up front with?
It was
Lacazette and Nketiah.
Yeah, so Lacazette was a 10.
Yeah, so Lacazette.
Oh yeah.
So, so I there was a lot of things that I liked,
which made no mistake actually, or no sense to me playing Lacazette as a 10.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well,
I know, but I think he just needed to get a run
that's the they're saying that what's his name, Ozil's not playing for football reasons, and then you look at Lacazette at number 10 and you look at Willock as number 10, it doesn't make sense.
So I have a feeling you're going to bring this into
100%.
Okay, so we'll hold that there. Yeah. So Lord Vader, just rounding this off, individual play, who stood out for you and who just didn't pull up any trees?
Stood out what in the Molder game?
In the Molder game, because we're coming on to Wolves.
Let me have a think. Who stood out for me?
Don't worry about that.
Nobody really. Maybe Nelson.
Nobody. Wow.
Nelson, Pepe, just about, because it's Molder. It's like, I expect us to turn up and win.
Yes,
I don't expect anybody to struggle against Molder.
Okay,
and if you are struggling against Molder, why are you at this club? And then if you're struggling against Molder, what hope do we have of ever competing in the Champions League or getting into the Champions League?
Yeah.
So, we're playing in the Europa League early stages.
One positive was
in the early stages of the Europa League campaign, and you can't play any better than this against Molder, then you've got no business being at the club.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the keeper?
Runarsson. I don't understand even why he's
at the club.
Second choice. How has he become second choice? It's just a mess at this club. Why have we got some guy we've just brought into the club? How old is he? 17, 18?
How old is Runarsson?
No. I think he's 25, isn't he?
He better be.
He's 25. He's not a youngster.
I thought he was a youngster, but even still, he's just come straight in. He looks
I'm sure.
Small.
He looks small. He looks thin.
He does. Yeah, he doesn't look like
he can command the box.
Yes.
He looks malnourished.
He does look malnourished.
He hasn't been eating his porridge.
That's exactly the word I would use. Actually, is he does look malnourished.
I think
we should have a Live Aid or something for him.
Eaten up in the Premier League
at Christmas time.
Yeah, we should get Bob Geldof and the rest to write some songs for him.
He looks like Death Warmed Up.
One thing I like about him, he looks better with his feet.
That's not a good sign for a goalkeeper.
I want number 3. Yeah, we should play him up front.
That's not even a good thing, because he's gonna start thinking he's a footballer.
Yeah, and he's
trying to start dribbling out of the box like on FIFA 20 or something.
I'm gonna be
Mason
number
Greenwood.
10.
So that's not good. But that he's come in and he's straight away number 2. But the only time we're seeing him is in these these useless games, really.
But I think
because if Leno gets injured,
we're
fucked.
We're screwed.
Because teams are going to be saying, right, lads, look who they've got in goal.
Launch it.
That scrawny teenage looking.
Yeah, just stand next to him.
Yeah, just keep whipping the balls in, get on him, see what he's about, and he'd be bashed into the back of that net.
Can you imagine about Stoke, back in the day?
Brighton.
Oh, my
if he goes to,
Sheffield United.
Yeah, Sheffield United or Brighton. In between the sticks.
Burnley.
So we have to hope
Sean Dice.
Leno would We have to wrap Leno up in cotton wool because if he gets injured, we got problems. So Runarsson did not fill me with great confidence.
What's wrong with our scouting? Out of all the keepers in the whole world, we pluck this guy.
You never know, though. Look, you never know. You never know. We got to give him time.
We need to hook him up to IV drip or something. Just get him beefed up.
He needs some hard food, some hard West Indian food, African food.
He needs.
Oh my God! He needs some jollof rice.
Juicing, man.
He needs jollof
some
rice.
Nourishment.
Get him on that
remember when people
powdered yam?
Remember people used to eat
rice
nourishment?
and peas.
You go to the shop and get nourishment and nutriment
plantain
on top of your
dumpling.
dinner. Oh my God!
All right, man. Because we're gonna.
We've already started slating players, mate, and we're what 15 minutes in.
We're bringing this back to the playground.
Yeah,
playground cussing.
Nobody else impressed me really. Nelson, I was happy for Nelson's performance. I thought, okay, he can come into the Wolves game.
Yeah.
Willock was Willock. You know, and I'm not a fan of his already. Pepe, he had a point to prove, but this is against opposition. We didn't buy him to prove a point against.
True. Yeah,
Nketiah,
he was shocking.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Lacazette was Lacazette. Mustafi was Mustafi. Cedric, I don't know why we've given him a 5-year deal.
Cedric was awful.
Give him a 5-year deal?
I won't say awful.
He was okay.
Like he was, but he did nothing to really.
He looks.
Maitland-Niles looked like he wanted to be somewhere else. You know, we've got a lot of issues.
One positive was Emil Smith-Rowe, who came on.
Yes,
Balogun.
Really like that guy.
Yeah, he showed some energy.
Balogun he looks like a natural born goal scorer.
Let's hold our horses because we were saying the same thing about Eddie. So just let's wait because playing in this competition and then getting games against seasoned Premiership opposition or FA Cup, because he'll probably be used in the FA Cup and the Carling Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a different proposition for Balogun.
Yeah.
And Emil Smith-Rowe. So, I did like their performances. Yeah, those two.
They're just
Smith-Rowe, Balogun, and Nelson were the three that really stood out for me.
Yeah. Well, true. All right, so I think we'll just wrap it up there.